Glad to have you joining us online today. Now, who hasn't bopped in their car to his hit song, Down? His new single, I'm All Yours, featuring Pitbull, is poised to top the charts once again. Please welcome international music man, Jay Sean.
Thank you.
And she made her mark at the Disney Channel, Dancing with the Stars, and was our first guest ever.
Whoa.
You can now catch her starring in the new ABC Family show, Baby Daddy. Welcome back, Chelsea Kane. And joining us for the first time to let us in on what you're saying online, the creator and host of YouTube News, Will of DC.
Thank you, Shira. You can be a part of the discussion by joining the live chat on youtube.com/whatstrending or tweeting us at what's trending.
That is right. Great to have you both here. It's a different vibe, isn't it, Chelsea?
Yeah. There's not as much panic in the room.
Yeah, it's much more
The
chill.
first show.
We're like, even if things mess up, we don't care. We're live,
Good,
whatever.
I'm good then. I feel at home already.
Oh, that's great. So congratulations on your new single.
Thank you very much.
So let's talk about it. Pitbull,
Yes.
you guys came together for a collab.
Yes. It was actually funny how that happened because me and Pip, we were on tour in Australia of all places. And you know, we'd done about 5 or 6 shows at partying. He parties hard, I party hard. And maybe it was a drunken conversation, but we did suggest that we should collaborate. But we both, you know, held up our end of the deal and we, you know, ended up happening.
And I interviewed you way back when also.
Yes.
MTV VMAs, like 3 years ago when
3
you were
years
just
ago.
coming on the scene.
That's
in
right.
the US.
And talking about collaborations, that's where the Sean Paul collab happened.
Oh, wow.
On the red carpet at the MTV. It was at the VMA?
Yeah, with the or maybe it was one of their
One
MTV
of the awards.
awards.
It was
that he
MTV
had.
something.
Bieber, that's when he also just had come out. Everyone,
Yeah.
he like literally just hit the scene.
That's right.
So how is the audience in the US different than the UK?
Well, I mean, obviously for me, it was the thing that's really different is that I've been doing this for 10 years, right?
Yeah.
So I had 2 albums before I came to America. So the rest of the world kind of knew my music, but when I came to America, nobody knew who I was. And I actually loved that. I enjoyed that because it was, you kind of get like a fresh, you know, a clean slate. You can kind of you come with like, they don't have any any preconceived notions of what your music is or what you do or what you sound like. So I was like, okay, if they like me, they like me. If they don't, it's okay. Like, you know, it's a kind of like, I can't lose, you know what I mean? I got the rest of the world anyway. Luckily, they embraced me and it was just amazing. You know, it was amazing.
So we have a Twitter question from All Yours, and
Yes.
he wants to know, can you tell us about one of your music videos and when will it premiere?
Well, the video for I'm All Yours is already out.
Okay.
I'm super excited about this one. I've got to do a little brag moment, I'm sorry, I have to.
No, brag it out.
It's only been
That's
out
what
for 3 weeks on
Okay.
YouTube Vivo, and it's already got 4.5 million views in 3 weeks.
Congratulations.
Which is weird, like very strange for me because it's literally double what happened on the last video. So I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, and I know, so yeah, we have people tweeting both you guys right now. I know I even got someone's before the show. A ton of them wants to know, when are you gonna put a fan in a music video also? Is that happening?
Have I done that before? I haven't
Should
put a
do, that'd be a
fan-
good engagement.
Yeah, I think we should do something. Well, luckily, I couldn't do it for the one that I just shot. I did a video called Sex 101. I think that would be slightly,
I'm sure a fan would definitely want to be in that
slightly inappropriate. To put a fan in that one. But yeah, I just shot a video for that. That's going to be coming out in a few weeks as well. Features Tiger, who's obviously, you know, very hot on the scene right now. He's from Young Money as well, so a label buddy there. So yeah, we're excited. It's a lot of good stuff going on.
That's so great. And Chelsea, the lovely Chelsea Kane here. Tell us about your new show. So exciting. You just keep
you.
coming back on TV.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's called Baby Daddy,
Yeah.
and it's premiering tonight on ABC Family. And it's very reminiscent of 3 Men and a Baby. These 3 bachelors living in New York City. One of them has a baby left on his doorstep from an ex-girlfriend. And they decide to raise it, and hilarity ensues. But it's a really cute show. I'm really proud of it. It feels really good. So I hope you guys tune in and enjoy it.
Yeah, no, everyone, definitely tune in. Now, are you at the age where your friends are starting to have like babies and everything? Are you, both of you,
Yes.
or?
My best friend just had a baby. It's weird for me. I've been best friends with this guy since I was literally 12. All right, so that's what, 7 years ago. I lie, obviously, completely. Nearly double my life, basically. I've known this guy. And he just had a kid, and it's just weird, because I'm like, how did that come out? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you do that?
This show
It happens
has been
naturally.
Yeah, I know how.
birth control for me. Personally, I had never even held a baby before I got the job, which I didn't tell the producers because I wanted the job. So once we started filming, they realized it the first time they brought our baby on set, and I panicked and all the blood drained from my face. But yeah, no one's having babies around me yet, and that's just fine.
Oh, you're still young.
But I feel like all the celebrities that we, you know, like, especially the pop stars, they're all like the Beyoncés and the Britneys and all that, you know, they're all getting into that era, and now there's all the little Justin Biebers and Selena Gomez's who are kind of like the
Like,
next
how much
generation.
younger is it going to get? It's like
just-
now that you have the Beyoncés, like,
Right.
and then if Bieber and, I mean, they're so young.
I can't think of Bieber having a baby.
He wants one though early, doesn't he? That's what he said. He wants a family early. He wants to be a young dad.
He wants to spread
Spread the
seed for more.
I think he'd be a good dad.
kids. He definitely would. We also have a Twitter question for you, Chelsea. Someone wants to know if you put it in your contract that you have to work with hot guys.
I have just been blessed.
I was busy when we filmed.
Yeah, unfortunately, he was in Australia
But
touring
next
with
next
Kane,
yeah,
but
yeah,
next
yeah,
show.
definitely.
Yeah, I've just been so lucky. It does not suck to go to work. You know, the first gig working with the Jonas Brothers, and then yeah, these three boys are so cute and fresh on the scene and fresh faces, and it's gonna be fun for summer. I think a lot of young girls out there will have some new summer crushes.
Ooh, we
Yeah.
like that. And now after Dancing with the Stars, you were like so fit. How do you transition into maintaining that after? I'm asking this as a personal
It's
question.
depressing. It's not fun. No, after dancing, the first thing I did was booked a beach trip with all my friends and said we're going because I'm never gonna look this good in a bikini
You're like,
ever.
I'm gonna take pictures of every angle.
Exactly.
You're
Let's
like,
take photos. I'm never gonna be this tan again. And yeah, it was amazing. But I was eating like 6 times a day and having dessert with every meal. And so when that workout stops, it definitely caught up with me for a minute. So I miss the body. The dancing body for sure.
You have to create your own Dancing with the Stars. And
Yeah.
be like, I'll do the rumba.
Yeah, I'm cha-chaing alone in my apartment.
Well, we have some great stories today that we're covering, so let's move on to our first topic. Some of the most viewed and most social stories this week actually revolve around music, from memes to album releases to racing music videos, like this one with over 6 million views and counting.
Получишь туда свежий рот, получишь туда свежий твит. А ты пока своди дружков на свидание, а мы тебе споем, давай до свидания.
Now, aside from the fact that this makes me want to learn how to rap in Russian,
Yeah.
so what do you think about a video like this, that it's just a bunch of guys, it's international, with a video, compared to all these networks and stars that have posted videos online? This is the most viewed video on YouTube this week, Chelsea.
That's amazing. I personally love that it's a generation where you can get your music and your art out there quickly. I run a music website, chelseakane.com, which is all music and fashion based, and I have a lot of friends that are musicians, and I think it's really cool that they don't need the machine to get their stuff out there, that they can put it on Facebook or Twitter and at least, you know, kind of share their art with the world.
Yeah.
It's fun to be a part of
The
this.
DIY movement.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I mean, I think you're completely right. You know, when I first started 10 years ago, there was none of this. So when I got my first record deal, it was just literally the record label had to pay for the music video, and it had to be brilliant, and it was super expensive, and that was the only choice, right? And then, of course, you know, times change, and the MySpace and the Facebook and you know, all this kind of crazy stuff that started happening. And YouTube really was how, I mean, Justin Bieber got discovered through YouTube, and I think that now people are kind of going, well, I don't need you. I got my song, recorded in my little room, in GarageBand on my iPhone,
Yeah.
and my brother shot the video on his iPhone, because you can now. There's so many cool
Totally.
apps like 8mm. It might not be super HD, but it gives you cool effects, and it's okay. It's enough to let people go, that's a really cool song, or that's a really cool video, and you know, I think that, why not, man? Like, there's true art there, you know, to be discovered. And if you don't have the platform to be, you know, recognized by the big CEOs, do it yourself.
It's all about content. Content is, you need to have, it needs to be good.
Yes.
So, but it doesn't matter how
It's not
you
sometimes,
shoot
though.
it.
That's the thing. Sometimes it's
sometimes
really bad, which is
good
why it
is
gets the views.
awesome. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
the quality at least.
They get the most views, though, sometimes.
So what were people saying online about this video? I mean, Will covers the highs and lows of YouTube. So who's ranking
These
high?
things are great though for YouTube, because YouTube is so dominated by the North American market and really YouTubers and all the big networks. And so to see people outside of North America to really give it such a good international feel, I think that's only going to help YouTube, help music, help everyone distribute their content.
Yeah. So let's talk about something a bit more mainstream. Bieber is always big online, but this week even more so. His album release pushed the hashtag Believe to over 1 million social media mentions in the past 3 days. That's only, though, this is interesting, about 4% of his 23 million followers. But his album is #1 on iTunes right now, so kudos to that. So what do you think of the Bieber effect? Is it an anomaly, or is this a legitimate business model? Is he like the case study for music marketing and brand marketing online, Chelsea?
Well, I mean, this is probably your expertise, but I'll give it a shot. No, I think, first of all, I'm a Bieber fan. I think he's a hard worker. I think he's a really talented guy. At least he's still talented at the end of the day, which is nice.
Definitely, you can't argue with the hard work.
Yeah, he works really hard, and I turn up his music in my car. But I think for me, you know, I was on that wave when the Jonas Brothers craze was happening. I got to ride that wave with them, and I realized there's really no explanation for the madness that comes along with it. And there are a lot of cute guys out there that write really great music, and for some reason something hits, and it just takes off, and suddenly they have millions of screaming fans and followers, and you really don't know why.
There's no recipe.
Yeah,
I think you're right completely, and I do think that when they see a Bieber happening, they try to replicate it. And let's be honest, they did. As soon as he got signed, every 10-year-old in school suddenly thought that they were going to be the next Bieber, and you know, parents were going, "Go on audition," and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen, did it? Did it happen for anyone yet? Not really.
Well, even that guy that Ellen discovered,
Ellen,
they're like, "Oh, this is the next Bieber, Grayson Chance. He's a sweetheart. We love him.
Right.
He's hopefully going to be
and
on the show."
how huge is Ellen? But it's just sometimes it will just, like you said, it's either going to stick or it's not. And I think Bieber's an anomaly. I think that, you know, I'm not saying there's kids who aren't as cute as him or as greatly talented as him.
Yeah.
But Bieber is Bieber. You're not going to be another Bieber, so don't try to be another Bieber. Be yourself. Be whoever you are. You know, there were kids coming out with the same haircut. It's like, there's only going to be one Bieber. Leave it. Let him do what he does brilliantly. That's his niche. And I'm so happy for him because, like you said, when I started out is when he was really starting. We were doing.
I saw it when at that MTV thing.
Yeah.
People were he was supposed to stop by and they're like, "Oh, there's this new guy, Bieber. Everyone's they think he's gonna be kind of big. He's like super young and cute."
Right.
And all the girls were like, "Oh, you're so cute."
Well, check this out. This is an absolutely true story. I was doing I did about 10 radio shows with him, right? First radio show I came, I'm like super naive anyway. I've just come fresh from England. I don't know who anyone is here. And so I've come over there and there's this kid who's backstage. He's playing pool by himself, just, you know, shooting around. And I came in, he goes, "Hey, Jay Sean?" And I was like, "Hey, what's up, buddy?" He's like, "I really like your music, man." And I was like, "Oh, thanks, man." I was like,
you sound just like him.
So I was like, "Who are you here to see then?" He goes, "Oh, I'm gonna be up there on stage." And I was like, "Oh, nice. Is your dad got you this gig or something?"
Oh, no.
I had no idea. And then I said, "Well, how did it go?" He goes, "Oh no, I'm closing the show." And I was like, "What?" I turned around to my manager and I go, "Who's this guy?" And they were like, "Go outside and see." So I was like, "Okay." So I went outside. Pandemonium. 30,000 screaming girls. And I was like, am I missing something here? Like, what?
You're
and
not
I
a
came up to
tween
him
girl.
afterwards. I was like, dude. And from that moment, he had me because his charm and his talent, I was like, I love this kid. And he was very down to earth. And it's just nice for me to see how far he's come, you know. It was just,
Well, yeah,
it was awesome.
so they brought in everyone tweeting, you know, the Braun management, Scooter Braun and his management team, amazing.
They dominate.
Yeah.
I mean, and what's so nice to see is that I think people are finally getting over that thing where they're afraid to like Justin Bieber because so many tweets are coming in. Selena Denmark's talking about how her brother now is a big fan of Justin Bieber off of this album, and people are talking about how they've been listening to it since 7 a.m. And I really love that, you
Was
know,
that
going.
me?
Yeah.
I did get ready to the album this morning, and it's very strange because he is so young, and some of the songs I feel like I should be waving a glow stick in a tent in the desert. Like, it's not your typical pop album.
Yeah,
It's
he's
really good.
evolved.
Yeah. But I love that he, you know, kind of leads and says, you know, does the iTunes thing really well because anyone can get their songs on iTunes, and it's such a great thing for the music
And now
industry.
discover talent, Carly J. Repson, a fellow Canadian.
Yes.
Love that. The most viral, speaking of trending music, viral.
Who doesn't
I
listen
think,
to Call Me maybe every
single
day?
of the summer. Once again, remember, NBC, there's a special tonight if you have Bieber fever or the Bieber illness.
It's been a few
at this
years.
point.
I think it can be like
Maybe.
a settled thing. We all have
Yeah,
it.
check it out. It's NBC. It's 8 p.m. tonight and tomorrow night. If you miss it one night, even though things end up online, check it out tomorrow night too. Can't get enough.